What is up, gamers? This is that PlayStation Gamer. Today, I am going to talk to you guys about Xbox in 2023 and honestly, how I think they had a slightly better year than PlayStation, but not by much. Like, if I'm being honest, I feel like these two are pretty close. Just Microsoft has a little bit more positive press going their way. But then again, you did have some big fumbles, like Phil Spencer. But I guess the first big thing we gotta talk about is that ABK deal. Finally, after 2 goddamn years, I don't have to hear about it anymore. That alone just puts a smile on my face because I was so drained, so tired about hearing Activision Blizzard getting bought by Microsoft. Listen, I'll make this clear right out the gate. I am not the biggest fan of Activision. I am not the biggest fan of a lot of their IPs. I think the only IPs of theirs I like are Crash and Spyro, and that they got those purely by buying Universal Interactive. That's it. That's the only reason they have it. They didn't, look at these franchises, see it with lots of potential. It's like, no, they just acquired this thing, and it was like, hey, the Crash and Spyro just came with it. So, while I do think Crash 4 is a great game, and I did like having the Reignited trilogy and the Crash trilogy, at the same time, are we really going to give them all the props when a lot of the groundwork was laid down for them? And as far as Blizzard, fuck Blizzard. Oh, God. Just fuck them. Fuck them straight in the asshole. And no, we don't get to count the games that came out this year through Activision Blizzard as Xbox, studio games, because technically they weren't made under their umbrella. They were made before the acquisition was even announced. So, yeah, fuck Blizzard and how they treat their employees. Fuck them and how they treat their consumers. I cannot believe this company had the fucking gall to put out Overwatch 2 and advertised you were going to have this big feature, that is this big single player component, and they just said, yeah, we're not doing it now. I can't believe they have the fucking balls to put out Diablo 4 in just such a abysmal state it was in. Like Diablo 4 was, from what I heard from a lot of people, again, hadn't played it myself, from what I heard, it was just not a very good Diablo game. People went back to playing Diablo 2. Because Diablo 4 just a little too grindy for some people. But that's talking about Activision Blizzard. That's talking about them. But technically, since they are now under the Microsoft umbrella, technically they are part of the company. So, I don't know. Should I have talked about them? I guess I wanted to give my quick thoughts on that whole thing. But far as Xbox, Microsoft themselves this year, it was a okay year. Okay? So, I will say this right now. I don't think Microsoft did anything particularly wrong, but I don't think they did anything amazing either. So, they were the only ones that had like a E3 level show. Congratulations. And a lot of the games they showed were either coming soon or they're still going to be far out. So, I don't know what to say. I feel like that show was good. I felt like it was better than that Sony showcase. But it's like, that's not saying much. I was like saying, oh, the shit I took a couple days ago is better than the shit I took today. Or I don't know how you put that analogy together. But just, it was a good show, but nothing groundbreaking. I was like, you're barely above that PlayStation Showcase, but you still did good, okay? You still did good. They announced a new Series S console that's 1 terabyte and black and all digital. I'm pretty sure the Series S is all digital to begin with, so it's just a slightly bigger hard SSD and a slightly different color. I feel like we've said this before. Like, maybe there was something that came out recently on Sony's side that kind of feels like an unnecessary thing. Just saying. But overall, I would say Microsoft had a good year. I would say on the game front, they did a little bit better than Sony. I'm gonna be fair here though. PlayStation did put out a brand new piece of technology, and Microsoft didn't put out, and that was PlayStation VR 2. And they did have an exclusive game for that, technically exclusive game. Some people are weird about VR. They don't count those games as games for some reason. But yeah, they had Hi-Fi Rush, which I think is a great game. Forza, pretty damn good game itself, although it seems like it's kind of on the lower end of the Forza tier list for some people out there. Also, yeah, again, I've heard that game's kind of grindy too, kind of like Gran Turismo. And then we get Starfield. Boy, oh boy, how do I feel about Starfield? To put it best, I used to love Bethesda games, and then Fallout 4 happened, and I just kind of fell out of love. And from everything I've seen with, Starfield, it looks like Fallout 4 in space. Like, that's it. It's a very limited game, especially in comparison to a game like No Man's Sky, which just seems like it's miles ahead of Starfield. But yet, because it's Bethesda, people will give them a pass. People will just, all suddenly it's like, oh, it's Bethesda. I could just mod this in. But it's like, any other game would have these problems. Any games would have these shortcomings. People would just, bastardize them to death. But not Bethesda, because mods are a thing. Okay. I think this is hypocritical, but whatever. Then, of course, we had the leak. My God, dude, that leak alone might have just spilled the beans for Xbox for the foreseeable future. The leak showed like there was going to be a brand new Xbox, coming down the road. It's like going to be a mid-gen refresh, Xbox Series X Pro, whatever. I literally call it Xbox Alexa because that's what it looks like to me. It looks like Alexa, but with an Xbox logo on it. I mean, if the state is better than the Series X, great, cool. And I think it'd be like at half the price of the Series X. I also think that'd be cool, but we'll see about that. Nothing officially confirmed about that, but this did look very official. This looked very, it was from Microsoft. I can't believe someone fucked up that bad. There's just, hey, let's just spew our entire plans for the foreseeable future just out there on the internet, all because of this acquisition, which... Oh, God. And then you have Phil Spencer, who did that interview. He sounds so fucking defeated. And for the record, there's a reason why I'm not mentioning Redfall. Because do you really want me to mention Redfall? Listen, I'm trying to be fairly positive. I'm trying to be fairly nice about Xbox. I think at the end of the day, they had a good year for the most part. But their good had a lot of shortcomings. The fact Starfield is 30 FPS, the fact Redfall was 30 FPS, the fact that the Baldur's Gate 3 missed their console, I guess technically you would say console launch window, it just kind of made me realize, man, like that Series S is gonna be their biggest hurdle to get over. It's really going to be, because it seems like it's the device that's holding them back. They basically have to work from the Series S all the way up. And it's just like, dude, this is why they should have just done one SKU like Sony did. Here's your SKU. Here's the one with the disc drive, and here's the one without the disc drive. Simple as that. Series X, without disc drive or with disc drive. Take your pick. $100 less or $50 less in Sony's fucking case now. But, yeah, that whole fucking interview with Phil Spencer, dude, like, it just, oh my God. It just sounds he sounds so defeated. And I said at the time, like, dude, this is not a good look for him. This is kind of problem being a public figure like Phil Spencer is. He's always out there. He's always trying to put a positive spin on things. But at the same time, it's just, it's hard to put a positive spin on bad times, which they were in a bad time for a good part of this year, but they made a comeback. Things are starting to look positive. And hey, man, at the end of the day, I want Xbox to do good. I want Xbox to have great games. And honestly, I've thought about buying an Xbox at this point because much as I sit here and, poke the bear, I sit here and make fun of them, they are very compelling because they have so much now. They have so much just legacy just off legacy alone from what they've acquired with Activision Blizzard. They could rest easy for a while. They could, just rest on their morals. It's just like, hey, here's all the previous Call of Duties on Game Pass. Here's Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4, Diablo 1 if they wanted to. If they wanted to, they could put World of Warcraft on the fucking Xbox, which I think would be awesome. And they definitely seem like they're the more, I guess you would say, friendly of the three, because they are trying to kind of spread out and share their games. But there's kind of a caveat with that. That's kind of how they sneak their way into their platforms. But that's whatever. Just at the end of the day, Xbox had a good year. Congratulations. They've got a W over Sony. Now, the next one up is going to be Nintendo, and boy, oh boy, I got a rant for that one. So, until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube and BS. Peace out, and have a good day.